Sure. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling, shake it up Saturday. Woo, and I'm all shook up. Okay, getting down to business. But I really can't because I am so full of excitement right now that I'm vibrating with it. And I'm about to go walk some of it off with Zeffy. But today, how has your Saturday been? Did you get shaken up today? Did you do anything to shake up your Saturday? Did you try something new? Did you attend an event you've never attended before? We had Networking Riches on today, day one. We had a lot of people there. We had a lot of people. It was awesome. Um, it was amazing. It was awesome. It was, yeah. I'm still coming down from the high of it, and then I've got tomorrow to go. So I'm not sure. I mean, I was excited last night and didn't get a lot of sleep. Woke up early this morning before the alarm went off and bounced out of bed. And I've survived a whole day and did go take a nap. Yes, I just got up from a nap. Uh, I had to. I was running on fumes, and so just went and did a quick recharge by taking a quick power nap. I only napped for like about 30 minutes, and I got this craving for chocolate cake right now. I woke up with a craving for chocolate cake, and I thought, oh darn. I thought, well, I'm gonna have to have some chocolate when I get up. And I haven't done that yet because I got up and came out here to do this live, and then I'm off to walk Zeffy. So I've got this craving for chocolate cake right now, especially a 7-layer chocolate cake with ice cream and whipped cream, and oh, that sounds really good right now. So bad for me, I know. I'm trying to think the last time I had cake. Might have been for Brad's birthday. I think I did it for Brad's birthday, which is the end of March. Was it Brad's birthday or yesterday, which would have been April 25th? It was over a month ago. I can tell you that much. It was over a month ago. But yes, I've had a really good shake up today with the with networking. I'm totally forgetting what I'm doing. With Networking Riches on today, got to meet some new people. Always love it when you see new faces. Yes, there's some familiar faces that you see that come back, but it's watching the people, watching the light bulb moments that they have was just awesome. And we got one breakthrough zone done today, and you all know that is my. If you watch me, you know that's my favorite part. Watching the light bulbs go off, and the person in the chair today was a good one. It was a good one. I got lots of notes out of that one, and but it was just a really good day today. It was the energy, even though it was all on Zoom, there was a high energy going today, and you could feel it vibrating around. It was amazing. It was. I haven't felt that type of energy vibrating around for a while on the Zoom with Networking Riches when I've been online. It was intense. I mean, I've had the excitement vibrating through this, but today there was just a different energy vibe, and it was awesome. Absolutely loved every minute of it, and I can't wait for day two tomorrow. Yay! Because day two tomorrow we get to do more breakthrough zones. Yay! And we get to do more cool stuff. Yay! So I'm feeling like a little hyper and a little scatterbrain. That's because of the excitement that's running through me right now, and I have to go expend the energy and take Zeffy for a walk. And it's 100 degrees outside. For those back in New Zealand, that's around 40. And I'm sort of like, and the sun's still up. And actually, no, we're getting to the point where the sun is where it's got enough in the shade that we can walk, and I don't need glasses. Don't need my sunglasses on, which is good. Yes. So we'll go for a walk. I'll come. I know I could make a super chocolate. Oh no, if I make that shake, I'll be awake all night. I got this really cool, super chocolatey smoothie I could make. The problem is it has a lot of caffeine in it, so I might have to make that one in the morning. That'll keep me going all day. If I have it now, I will not sleep tonight. Well, actually, maybe I will, because some nights when I've had a little too much, like if I have a cup of tea, like a green tea or something which has caffeine in it as well, some nights I actually can get to sleep with that. So maybe the caffeine will help calm me down some. have to think on that one. But I got a really cool chocolate recipe, so for a smoothie. There's a lot of chocolate in it. It's very chocolatey. A lot of dark chocolate. Yes, it has dark chocolate cacao powder in there. Cacao, sorry, dark chocolate cacao powder. It has cacao powder in there, and it's the dark variety. Um, yes, so I've got some of that I could put in there. I've got my chocolate protein powder I could put in there. I have some full cream that goes in there to make it nice and creamy. Um, it doesn't have any sweetener added to it. It's all sugar-free, basically. It's awesome. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Because if I have sugar this late at night anyway, like if I did have the chocolate cake, so it was like on the other day, and they said they would make. Oh, that was Coco's. If I have this much sugar, if I have like a piece of 7-layer chocolate cake this late at night, I'm going to wake up with a sugar headache in the morning. So if I have too much sugar too many carbs late at night, I end up with a hangover, a carb hangover the next morning. So yeah, might do that for breakfast in the morning. Anyway, but I still have a craving for chocolate cake. But anyway, so we're going to go for a walk to dispense some of this energy that's flowing through me right now. I'll probably be dancing down the street and people will be like, what the heck is she on? Because I will have my Bluetooth in, listening to my audiobook. But if I put music on, then I'll be jamming down the road. I know. We'll see. But anyway, so what did you do today to shake up your day? It's good to shake up your day because when you shake up your day, you're out of routine, and that's a good thing. It's like a mini reboot on your brain. A vacation is a full reboot. It's almost a reset, but you still retain a lot of information. But when you go on vacation, you're doing a major reset, a major reboot to your brain. So think of the computer going through a whole reboot process. But when you have something that shakes up your day and is completely out of routine, it's like a little mini reboot, which is good because then the ideas start flowing. And I learned today about a website where you can go and you can actually purchase domain names that get put on the blockchain, so they are your domain names forever. You are not renting them. It's a one-time price, and that domain name is yours forever. I'm like, until you sell it. And I'm like, oh, tell me more. So I got to play with that tonight. So that was something new I got to have a look at tonight as well, and grabbed some of my domain names that I use frequently. I grabbed those as NTF site.ntf and got them minted, so they are locked in, and I'm super excited about that. So yeah, it was crazy. It was awesome. And some of them, like I thought, oh, I'll get Zeffy. Yeah, Zeffy was expensive, and I was like, And since most of the time I use Zeffy's name on social media when she has her own account and everything else, it's a Zeffy B. So I put Zeffy B in there, and that was a much better price. So I grabbed that. So it was awesome. Yeah, that could be interesting because I think you can actually set them up as websites. I'm learning more about them on Monday. But the cool part is that I did connect with some people during the networking thing. They private messaged me and stuff, and I already have appointments on my calendar for next week. And now I put everything into my calendar because what was really funny is that a friend of mine, she works a lot of hours. She puts in like 100 hours a week. And she needed to set up time with me. So I said, well, go use my link. And she comes back to me and she said, well, I got an appointment in there. She said, your calendar's busier than mine. And I'm just sort of like, yeah, because I put everything in my calendar. I put in there my morning quiet time. I put in there my prep time for the day, which is basically showering, getting dressed, having breakfast. That's my prep time. I've got my walk times in there for Zeffy. I have everything in there, even taking time to do exercise throughout the day. And even when I'm on the chat, there's times where it does get a little quiet. And during those quiet times, I'll stand right here next to the table where I can still see the screen and everything. And I will just stand there and just march in place. And so I have it built in my into my calendar that even while I'm on my thing, to get up and just march in place for a few minutes until the thing goes ding. Then I sit back down, answer that chat, and get back into it again. But if it's quiet, if all the chat's taken care of, I'm waiting for the next one to come in, I'll just quickly stand up here and just start marching in place right beside the table where I can see the screen and everything else. And if the table's a little higher, I would just, because my, I'm going to unplug this now because it's charged. Because my keyboard is Bluetooth, if I had something higher, I could put it on, and then I could just turn the monitor slightly and just type the replies. But with this here, it's down. I guess it might be okay. The angle, it's a little too, the table's a little too low when I'm standing next to it to stand there and type. Just need to be a little bit higher. But yeah, so everything is in my calendar. Even when I have my meals, they're in my calendar. And I treasure my me times. My me times are in there as well. And there's times that I would just block out for whatever reason. There could be times where I've got to go get the mail, and so I'll just block out a time period, and that's sort of like a reserve. And that reserve is to catch up on anything throughout the week that needs to get finished before I end the week. It's see, I have times that just say block, because I don't want appointments during those times. It could be that I need those for overflow times. And sometimes those block times turn out to be the same. If somebody sends me their link and I can't fit them into my schedule, but they happen to have a time slot available where one of my blocks is, then I can schedule into that as well. So my block is for whatever I deem it to be for. Yes. So, and then I get to a certain time of the night and it is cut off. Whatever I decide to do after that time, that's my time. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I don't want calls that late at night, because if I have calls that late at night, then I'm a morning person. So take time to put stuff in your calendar, put everything in your calendar. If you've, family meals, the kids' sporting events, your family time, your quality time that you want to have with them. Yes, I know it's being scheduled, but it makes sure that you're blocking out that time that nobody can come in and block over. And if you're using an online scheduler, you can easily block what times of the days that you want to have appointments on and direct things that way. It works out fantastic. I had one link when I was doing group cruises. I would have I would block out 2 days and just fill them with 15-minute time slots with like 5 minutes between each one. And it was on there, verify the payment information, verify their information, answer any questions they have, and we're off. And then I've got 5 minutes to prep for the next one. And so I would have a stack of each person's paperwork. I'd have a stack of paperwork, and I would put it in the order that their time slot was. And I would tell them, I will be calling you. Here is my number. It will be coming from this number, and I will be calling you at this time, and verify it and everything else. And there's been times that I left voicemail saying, hey, tried to contact you. Please shoot me an email. Please go to this link and reset your time. Because when you're doing a lot of group cruises and stuff, you don't have time to play phone tag. It's like, I will be calling you on this day and time. Be ready. And they pick their own date and times and get the confirmation emails, and that they get the reminders. And now I've got an even better system. So it sends them a lot of reminders. It will even text them. It sends them a text message with a reminder on it. So if they're out and about, they still have the link. They still know that we're going to get a phone call. But yeah, it works out really good. And you just block off like 15-minute slots with 5 minutes between each one. And you just basically have your stack of the paperwork there ready to go, and you just plow through it. I almost lost my voice one time doing that. I was talking so much that day, and I was drinking copious amounts of water. Brad was bringing me cups of lemon and honey tea to keep me going. I did have a block built in for breaks. So I had the breaks built in. I had the lunch break built in. But still, even when I was not doing calls during those break times and anything else, I was taking care of the voice as best I could, and I almost lost my voice after 2 days of doing that. But it's, if you've got to do quick calls like that to verify information when you're booking people on trips or booking them for some purchase or some meeting or anything like that, you got to get them set up. Then yeah, put it in your calendar and get a really good software program that will help them do all of that. But anyway, I got to go. My voice is starting to go. I got to go walk a puppy who is laying very patiently by the door. She is. She's got her head turned and with the ears there like, are you done yet? And she's waiting for me to say, have a super fantastic sparkling rest of your evening. Go do something this evening that you don't normally do. Go out for dinner. Go have a picnic. Watch a movie. That's an idea. Maybe we'll watch a movie. Yeah. One that doesn't involve food. Sometimes I get ones and they kind of like theme themselves like they sit around like a bakery store or someplace, restaurants and all of that sort of stuff, and that makes me sort of like, I want my cake. I have to find a keto recipe for, or why don't you have a paleo recipe for cake? Chocolate cake. Just do that. Yes. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got a puppy that I need to go walk. Oh, now she's sprawled out on the floor. I went after the thing this afternoon. I went in to take my little power nap, my little 30-minute power nap, and I looked at her and went, where am I going to sleep? She was sprawled, and she's not, she only weighs 38 pounds, but she was sprawled out across the middle of the bed on a slight angle, so there was no way to get on the bed without disturbing her. Absolutely no way. She was like stretched. Her front of the paws touched the bottom of the bed, and then there was her body, and her back legs were out straight. And she was just laying on her side. And I'm sort of like, where am I supposed to go? And she just puts her head up, looks at me, and puts her head back down and goes back to sleep again. Like, I don't care. But yeah, she's laying down on her side now. So anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. I am super excited. I get to do day 2 tomorrow. Yay! It is so much fun. I love these events. And oh yeah, we've now got the new question of the month going across the bottom of the screen. How many schools did you attend, and what were your favorite subjects, and what were your least favorite subjects? My favorite subjects, I think I told you this the other day, was English and social studies, and my least favorite was math, and what was the other one I didn't like that much? Definitely math. Didn't like calculus. Geometry, I got that. Trigonometry, I got that. Calculus, didn't get that. Algebra, still don't understand it. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow for Serenity Sunday. And I'm sorry, and I have to apologize because I was doing 2 Facebook Lives for a long time, and all of a sudden I'm down to 1 a day. It's because my mornings are just, I don't know, they've just got busy, and with what I have to do in the mornings before I get on the wake-up calls at 8 o'clock, it's sort of like, oh, I haven't allowed any time for a Facebook Live. And I thought, well, maybe I could do it after the 8 o'clock call. And no, because that's usually when I end up having breakfast. So I got to figure this out. Some days I might be able to fill it in, but other days I can't. So we're going to figure it out. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Serenity Sunday. Hey, Conera.